Hello, welcome to this session on Unmasking Artificial Intelligence, Understanding Bias and Advocating for Responsibility, part of the Science on the Sofa Glasgow Science Festival 2025. I'd like to start this presentation with this slide. You may be wondering what's the relationship between this and artificial intelligence. The answer is in the title, Will AI Take Our Jobs? And my view is maybe not yet. As you saw in the previous slide, it was a medieval farming scene on the left, and then what farmers use on the right side of the screen. So back in the medieval times, 90% of the UK population worked in farming. Fast forward in 2023, we have 1.4% of the UK population working in farming. Does that mean that 88.6% of the UK population is unemployed? Certainly not. As things progressed and evolved, new jobs were created and humans learned how to responsibly engage and collaborate and cooperate with the machines. In this case, the farming machines. This is exactly how I would say I see AI. AI will not take completely our jobs. However, we will need to learn new skills, which are to responsibly engage, collaborate, and cooperate with AI. So in the next years, I would say that we will need to learn how to work with AI, about AI, around AI, and maybe even for AI, but we need to do that responsibly. And this is what I will try to cover in the coming slides. Before we go any further, let's first try and agree on what artificial intelligence means. I assume we can agree on what artificial means. Artificial is something that is not natural, isn't it? What about intelligence? So let's unpack the human intelligence. Back in 1993, Howard Gardner published a book entitled Frames of Mind, The Theory of Multiple Intelligences. In his book, Howard presented 10 different categories of intelligence. These include the naturalist, the musical, the spatial intelligence, the existential, interpersonal, intrapersonal intelligence, as well as logical and mathematical intelligence. Do we have all these in artificial intelligence? I think so far we're mainly focusing on the logical and mathematical intelligence, which is the artificial intelligence systems that we have now are learning patterns mainly from the data that they are trained on, and they will be able to either make predictions or generate new data based on the patterns that they've learned. We still don't have artificial intelligence system exhibiting other categories of intelligence, or even better, we don't have artificial intelligence system blending different categories as in humans. As it is said that creative and mindful humans would usually present a mix of different types of intelligence, and they present them in a blend of fluid and crystallized intelligences. So I don't think that artificial intelligence is there yet. And also, I want to mention what Albert Einstein said. He said that actually intelligence is not just about knowledge. It's about the adaptability, the intuition, and even knowing when to stay silent. Do you think artificial intelligence would know when to stay silent? I'm not sure we're there yet. Okay, now I'd like us to look at some examples where AI did not behave as expected. So the first example is the Zoom app, and this incident happened back in September 2020, where a man of color was in a Zoom meeting, but their head was not showing, simply because it was being amputated by the virtual background. The man had to place a pale globe behind their head, and that did the trick. This shows that the Zoom app was simply discriminating against the man of color. It could be because the data set that was used to train the Zoom app did not have enough pictures of men and women of color. Another example is the Google Translate engine, which when asked to translate "she is a doctor, he is a nurse" from English to Turkish, would come up with "Ober Doktor, Ober Hemşire," knowing that Turkish is a gender-neutral language. But then when you asked Google Translate to translate it back into English, it will come up with "he is a doctor, she is a nurse," injecting gender stereotypes. Women cannot be doctors, isn't it? They can only be nurse. And the last example I want to take is the Amazon AI recruitment tool. Back in 2018, Amazon developed an AI system that was supposed to help with recruiting the best candidates. However, the AI system was trained on the data that Amazon had for all applicants who have applied to work with Amazon in the previous 10 years. These applicants were mainly all men. As a result, that's what the AI system learned. And if you were women applying to work in Amazon, you would be automatically discriminated because the tool learned that being a man is one of the important features. Obviously, the tool was scraped after that. As a result, I suggest that we need to take responsibility as humans. To do that, the minimum would be to engage with the FACTS principles. FACTS stands for fairness, accountability, confidentiality, transparency, and sustainability. Fairness means that AI systems should treat all individuals and groups equitably, without bias or discrimination, should also ensure that they provide equal access to benefits. Accountability means that we should hold developers, organizations, and other stakeholders responsible for the outcomes of the AI system, including when things go wrong. Confidentiality means that we need the AI systems to protect our personal and sensitive data, to maintain privacy and trust. Transparency means that we should make sure that the AI systems and the processes and the data used could be understood by users. This to ensure that the stakeholders can see how and why the outcomes are produced. And finally, sustainability means that we should design and operate AI systems in ways that are environmentally friendly and sustainable over the long term. If you are interested to learn more about artificial intelligence, including the ethics of artificial intelligence, I invite you to have a look at the Open University website. We are going to start offering a new qualification on computer science with artificial intelligence, starting from October 2025. This concludes my presentation. I hope you found it informative. Thank you.